What if I told you that America's best-selling sport utility vehicle is saying goodbye with this video of its gasoline engine? What would you say to me? That's why I'm asking you to please take this moment to subscribe to my channel, because what's coming is fantastic. And I do that thanks to you who give me access to places like this. Because I'm in Plano, Texas, at the worldwide headquarters of Toyota, and this is the new Toyota Recreational Activity Vehicle for 2026. This is the GR, and I'm going to show you the several versions I have here. It comes fully hybrid, completely redesigned, with a front that's flatter, more like a truck, more sport utility vehicle, like than anything else. The lights are also completely redesigned, two lines up here that I think look fantastic, with the projector in the center. Side air intakes that at first look like air intakes, but this is actually a vertical light that looks really good on it. Functional features that we have here at the bottom, here we do have an air intake right here, plus everything we have up there. In the center, the new RAV4 appears slightly more imposing, resembling the previous one, but with a more commanding presence. With versions that range from the family one to this one, which is the sportiest of all. And I think you're going to like seeing what's here. I will too, because it's the first time I'm seeing it in front of me. Now, I got early access, so let's fully explore. Is the change worth it, or is Toyota being too cautious? What do you think? Give me your opinion, leave it down here. Look, everyone, we're in front of a sport utility vehicle that not only changes on the outside, but also changes, as I like to say, its philosophy. And there we have the GR right here. Now you're looking at this version, which is the Woodlands version, and I think it's super special. Each one of these needs a separate video, but anyway, let's go one by one here. Now the lights for that hammer are much more robust, and they're pretty refined, like that Thor hammer we see there. And look at the front. The front is totally different from the one I just saw on the GER. These are rigid lights because this is an off-road version. The GER is a sportier version. I'm still unsure which one I'd choose between these two options, as I'm still considering it. I just saw it and it looks very impressive. I really like what they've done with this front. And here we have something like air intakes, but they're not functional. Here at the bottom, these fenders are now much wider. It's like they're really preparing it for off-road use. This is a plastic piece they put on top, which fits pretty well, especially because it doesn't shine. I appreciate what they've done here. Let me open the hood to discuss the engines available. Toyota fully committed to hybrid technology. Your feedback on this decision will determine their success. This 2.5-liter Atkinson engine is combined with two electric motors, generating 225 horsepower. With 232 lb-ft of torque, but if you want more power, there's also a version that's a plug-in version. That plug-in version is like the old Prime, the RAV4 Prime, which I reviewed once. I liked it quite a lot. Well, that's the style I'm talking about. It provides 302 horsepower and a 42-mile all-electric range. That's the distance you can travel with 42 miles. The version's confirmed up to this moment. What am I recording here today? The base adventure, the XLE, and the GR version, which is the one I have right here next to me now. This is the one that could revitalize what the RAV4 is for off-roading, this one, which is the plug-in GR. But on the outside, now they look a little bit like a lot of details from the Land Cruiser. It even has some features that resemble the Camry. Why? Due to its many black accents? I like what they've done with the height of the truck. It looks pretty good. Since this is the GR here, all the black details shine, but when I was doing the Woodlands, nothing shines there. The plug-in hybrid version comes with a battery, and depending on the model, it may include a 360-degree bird's-eye view camera system. Bird's eye view, 360 degrees. But look, I really like the red color and the combination with the black. The panoramic roof we have above doesn't have a sunroof, because here you can put rails on the top, same as on this one, which already has it, since I'm going to show it to you now. On the inside, it really reminds me of the Tundra of the Tacoma. There's a radical change. No more hard plastics, none here at all. I appreciate the new button panel design. Here you select the driving modes, just like to put it in electric mode only if you have it charged. Now everything features a horizontal clean design. The seats are very comfortable with GR embroidered here on the back, which also looks pretty good. The materials are much better. They have a pretty premium feel. I was surprised to see such a radical change in the Toyota Redfoot. You have red stitching here on the edge of the seats, which I really like. Giner on the lower part, also with stitching here behind the steering wheel, which looks really good. What they've done with the air vents, the doors, handles, speakers, and everything inside seems fabulous to me. It comes with a central cluster that is customizable. Of course, the central touchscreen that can reach up to 12.3 inches. All of that fits the style quite well. Space to put two phones is what we're seeing in the Lexus, in the Toyotas, to put two phones. Here, it connects wirelessly to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I like that we still have the lever, and here we can open it as well. On both sides, there's a pretty interesting compartment. It opens really well, and there's a 15-watt USB connector on each side. We have the descent control right here in this part. It also includes Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which has automatic braking and more autonomous assistance than ever before. I absolutely love what they've done with the steering wheel. I see here that I have the lane keeping assist for what would be hands-free driving. They've done a lot. I can't wait for the day when they let us drive it and test it out. It's going to be a pretty different experience.
And here's where you can really see the difference between the side of the GR and the side right here.
There's nothing shiny here. We have a camera with a bird's eye, 360-degree view for off-road use. It comes with matte roof rails and black pillars, but they left the shine only in certain areas. On the side mirror, 18-inch wheels, those wheels are of course all-terrain. When you open the doors, they feel pretty solid. The doors feel pretty good. Let's close it properly, and it has a place to put the key. But with the remote, you can get in and out of here very, very, very easily. Let's check out the space we have in the back, but from the side it looks pretty aggressive, which I really like. Here we have some mountains added with some stickers on the top, which look good and blend in with the spoiler we have in the back. Thanks to the platform we have here, which is super advanced, a lot of electronic improvements are expected. It's going to have an approximate performance of 42 miles per gallon, which is pretty important. And don't forget that the plug-in version has what they call instant torque, okay? And that plug-in is capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6 seconds. Is that enough? That makes it what you could call a beast disguised as a family sport utility vehicle. Imagine this is the recreational activity vehicle, 4 limited, and I say, well, now then everything sounds perfect. Well, not necessarily if you're a fan of a 100% gasoline engine. And even though the recreational activity vehicle for this one from Toyota is being updated, it still doesn't offer 100% electric versions, like Hyundai does and like Ford does. Well, the rear space is pretty good. Here we do have the sunroof that reaches all the way back here. I would always go with the Bull Lance. That's going to be my favorite so far out of the ones I'm seeing. Here we have 2 cup holders, heated seats in the back with 2 USB-C connectors. And independent air vents with pockets. Look, the headroom I have here is really spacious, and these seats of course recline. 60-40 to create a 100% flat space in the back. And it's estimated that the price will range from $32,000 to $49,000, depending on the version you need. Choose. We have electric, reclining, and adjustable seats for both the driver and the passengers. So, are you excited about the new recreational activity vehicle for 2026? Would you buy it knowing it's only hybrid? Tell me about that, please. Let's take a look over here at the back. This version is the limited. Let's compare all 3 from the back to spot differences. Obviously, Toyota's 0 point, which says they come with 0 emissions, all-wheel drive, limited track force, and they left it here. The medium-sized chrome Toyota logo is now smaller than before. In some versions, I've noticed that. Now they left a windshield wiper on the outside. They didn't hide it. We see that the side lights are integrated. They're quite noticeable. Yes, they're the same ones we have on the Woodlands and also on the GR, I think. Let's check that right now. Let's open here. Well, this one can't be opened. Let's try to open another one to show you. Here we have the back part of the Woodlands. Of course, it comes with the rubber cover in case you're going to get it dirty and if you have mud, so you can wash it pretty easily. You have this here to close and create privacy, so your things don't get stolen. At the bottom, we come and find a full-size spare tire, and
on the right hand side we have the battery. What that does is create balance and weight
in different parts, so that the center of gravity of these is quite even. If you look here, I have a trailer hitch. I'm going to find out right now the towing capacity, in case you need to load that into the trunk.
The hybrid has a towing capacity of 1,750 pounds. The plug-in offers 2,500 pounds of towing capacity. The package is already integrated at Woodlands.
At the bottom we have the camera, of course, and well, it's very good because this competes directly with SUVs in this segment that do go off-road, and I'm going to tell you right now which ones those are as well. It competes directly with the Honda CR-V and the Ford Escape. I think Toyota has done a really good job with this sport utility vehicle, especially this version. Let's take a look at the back of the GR and see what's different there. This isn't a pure GR like the Yaris or the Corolla GR. This is more of a GR version that's mostly about looks, but it really improves the driving conditions and opportunities. The rear windshield wiper is absent, while the lights are consistent across all three variants. I was able to see it there. Here it has GR Sport, and with the not beyond zero seal, so it has zero emissions during the time that Toyota has decided to have zero emissions. It surprised me that in this era, well, they already had this prepared long before. But I'm sure they're going to go back again to a full version, usually gasoline, I have no doubt about that. Here we have a pretty tight suspension so that everything here feels firmer. And I like the touch of the red calipers they've put on the front and back in this version.
Here, I leave you the three versions, and in the end, you decide which one you're going to buy.
I'd go with the Woodland if I had to choose one of these for myself. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. See you next time from Plano, Texas at the world headquarters. I'm in an exclusive place, courtesy of your subscriptions to my channel. See you next time. 1996, the first recreational activity vehicle. Ford that came out on the market with a 4-cylinder 2.0 engine. 120 horsepower, 4-speed automatic transmission. It had a fuel consumption of 22 miles per gallon in the city, 27 on the highway, all-terrain. All-wheel drive. OK was presented as a concept in '89, and it wasn't until '96 that they released the first one. And that's why I wanted to include it in this video about the new recreational activity vehicle, for to see them. The big difference, how the world, design, and absolutely everything has changed. He says it was a resounding sales success from its debut, eventually becoming the top-selling mid-size sport utility vehicle in the United States. Other parts of the world didn't. I know, but in the United States? We're definitely going to take a little walk around to see. Wow, it looks amazing. Nothing like the ones now, nothing like this back seat. Oh my God, it has nothing to do with the seats nowadays. How uncomfortable. Wow. Amazing, do they feel hard? The change has been dramatic in improving the life of us. As for the car, wow. Tremendous, but well, it's basically very car that now cars. Half of the components are not from the car. They're entertainment things they've added that have nothing to do with the car. That's why Jeff Bezos' sleigh is going to be so interesting. Raise and lower the pressure. Like this, it wouldn't bother me today. Having a new car where I have to roll the window up and down seems fabulous to me. If we look here at the interior, I really like all the analog clocks. The buttons are real buttons, including the volume button. There we have the lighter, which now nobody has lighters here anymore. There's no USB, nothing like that, but that's all there is. Let me physically sit at the steering wheel and look. There are the keys. Wow, I'm not going to start it, but there are the keys. These are the keys, real keys. Here, there's no keyless entry or anything like that. Did the first edition have it? Speakers in the doors? The seats are uncomfortable, unlike those in modern cars. You really have to give them a lot of credit. They're super economical, the positions are comfortable, everything else. A real handbrake lever, okay? No sunroof. That came later.
Very well, good. I wanted to show them to you and it was a good opportunity. I'm here at this location, which has the first and the last one.